Hey everyone, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I've got what I've been warming Wednesday, and we are cutting it to the wire because it's midday Wednesday and I'm just filming this now. It has been a busy week. I'm a mom that works full time during the holidays. And does anyone else find like Christmas is like a part-time job all on its own? Because I'm feeling that way. I'm ready for my vacation at the end of this week. So today I'm going to go through what I've warmed in my home this week, give warm reviews, and let you know how they did in different rooms in my house so you can decide what might work well in your house. Okay, we're going to start with my daughter's room because that is the room that's closest to me here. And we have got the Mandalorian Air of Adventure scent. And I'll put the notes below because I haven't checked these since I bought them. So this was available in the summertime, and then I hadn't tried it at that point. I wasn't as deep into Scentsy yet at that point, so I skipped it. But I'd heard good things. I'd heard it was light, but I did want to try it because the notes sounded intriguing, and I really do like this one. So if you're familiar with me and you've watched me for a while, I am not typically a fan of fresh scents. I can do a lot of fresh scents, but if it's very aquatic or cologne-like, it tends to give me like a really bad headache, one of which I just got over this morning, so there's that. But this one is beautiful. It's hard to describe. It's like sweet, a little bit perfumey, but not in a strong way. It kind of smells like white tea a little bit. Like if I had to guess, I would say there's like some white tea in there. Doesn't have as much grassiness as like a green tea. And just like it's a little bit crisp. I would say crisp, fresh, and a little bit perfumey, but not at all very strong. It's a light intensity on cold. And so I did 2 cubes in my daughter's room, and her room usually does pretty well with wax. It's not a huge room. It's like an average sized bedroom, like a kid's room. I could hardly smell this in there. It was just very, very light. I could sort of smell it if I walked closer to the warmer. And it did last a couple days that way. Like we did this in her room for like 3 days. But you couldn't smell it unless you're like really close to the warmer. So even at its peak, you couldn't smell it throughout the room. It was very light. If you are someone who prefers a light scent or are scent sensitive, I would say this one would be a good one to try. Even if you're headache prone or have like breathing troubles, this might be worth trying if you wanted to try a fragrance. This is a beautiful one. I personally wish it was stronger, but at the same time, if it was really in your face, I don't know that I would like it as much. So I think they've done this well at the intensity it needs. I would just say small spaces only and be prepared for a lighter throw. So there's Air of Adventure. Next in her room, we did 2 cubes of Season of Magic, and I did the other 6 cubes in my open layout last week. So this was the last 2 cubes to finish the bar. And this one is like berries, and to me it smells like fresh cut grass with just a little bit of pine. So instead of being pine, like eucalyptus-y fresh pine, it's more like fresh cut grass, berries, and just a little bit of that pine note. And we really like it. This one's a really good performer. In her room, I would say it was like a medium strong intensity, like somewhere like maybe a 7 out of 10. And it lasted a good amount of time. I think we did it for 2 or 3 days, 2 days probably 2 days. So there was that one. Really good. I have a couple more bars of this. We like it. I don't know that it's a club scent for me personally, but it is a really good scent and a really good performer. So there is Season of Magic. Then in her room, we did 2 cubes of Very Merry Cranberry. And this one's just a nice classic cranberry scent. This is not a unique cranberry scent. This is exactly what you're expecting when you think cranberry candle scent. So it's nice, it's crisp, it's tart, it's sweet. It's just a nicely done cranberry scent. No complaints here. Good performer. Average duration, average throw at least. Maybe a 5 or 6 out of 10. No complaints here. Solid. Would repurchase for sure. Would be a good mixer, I think, too, if you want to mix it with tree scents or even with bakery scents. I think this has a lot of versatility. So that is Very Merry Cranberry. Then in our bedroom, we did a little bit of the Serendipity soy wax melts. So I did 2 cubes in our bedroom of lavender vanilla. And this one on cold is very much like a buttercream vanilla type scent. And it's heavier on the buttercream than the lavender. The lavender is really pretty in this, and it came out more on warm. I will say this brand as a whole I'm finding to be quite light. Now, that's not a bad thing necessarily. For the bedroom, this was actually just perfect. You could smell it when you walked in, but it wasn't overpowering. It didn't hit you in the face. It just kind of smelled like that's how your house smells. So it was really nice that way. My mom actually is very scent sensitive. She has trouble with like breathing and stuff if she goes into a room with a lot of scents, which makes I have to turn off all my warmers when she's coming over. I think she could probably handle these, so I might even gift her some of these at some point. Mom, if you're watching this, surprise! So yes, these are beautiful. I really like these. That being said, they are lighter performers, so if you like your wax very long, very strong, these are definitely on the lighter side, but beautiful scents, and they do last nicely. So there's that. Next in our room, we did Serendipity soy wax in sandalwood vanilla. Now, I love sandalwood, I love vanilla, and Scentsy doesn't do a lot of it. Scentsy has a couple sandalwood scents that I love, Pacific Sandalwood being one of them. This isn't like Pacific Sandalwood. This has the same like buttercream frosting vanilla note as lavender vanilla, and a very like slightly woody, and I would say it's like 15% sandalwood to like 85% vanilla buttercream. But this was nice on warm. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed lavender vanilla, and I found it not quite as strong as lavender vanilla. That being said, it was really nice in the bedroom. We enjoyed it. I'll probably use the rest of this there because I don't think these bars are strong enough for the open layout, but we really enjoyed that. Next, I'm just coming off of a 2-day migraine, so I did a little bit of Best in Snow in my bedroom, and it's still in there right now. And this is just straight up, no perfumey notes, no cologne notes, no pine notes, nothing else to my nose except like smooth spearmint. It's not a sharp spearmint, it's a very smooth spearmint note. I don't find a lot of scents tolerable when I've got a migraine. This one I could do. So this was actually quite nice. Didn't mind that at all. Even Just Breathe. Some people like to use Just Breathe when they've got a headache. I find that one even too perfumey for me if I've got a really bad headache. That one is eucalyptus, lemon, and what else? I can't remember. Mint? Eucalyptus, lemon, and mint. It's beautiful, very spa-like, but too much for me when I've got a migraine. This one, I think I'm gonna grab another couple bars just to keep on hand for that, because this is just cool, smooth, and like well-rounded spearmint. Love it. Not a whole lot to it, but really beautiful. And I think this would be nice year-round as like kind of like a spa-like scent. Not very strong. I would say light intensity for sure. Even at peak, it's past its peak now, but even at its peak, I would say it was like a 3 or 4 out of 10, which with the way I was feeling was perfect. I would not have wanted stronger. So there's that one. We enjoyed it. I will pick up another bar or two. But yes, I would say small spaces and be prepared for a lighter intensity scent. Then the last thing I did in my bedroom's a fun one. This is the January scent of the month, Sun Ripened Berry. This is the sample cup from my whiff box, which was a haul I never got around to filming because it's been insane around here. So I need to stop promising videos that I can't deliver because, like I said, Christmas is a full-time job on top of my already full-time job, on top of parenting and everything else. So Sun Ripened Berry. The notes on this, if I remember right, are like berry. I want to say like raspberry. And I think there's like citrus notes and maybe pineapple. I smell pineapple in here for sure. So on cold, the general vibe is like a slightly sharp fruit punch. I was kind of expecting this to smell like Sun Ripened Raspberry from Bath & Body Works. It doesn't smell like that. It's like a slightly sharp fruit punch. I would say the sharpness is probably pineapple or maybe papaya. I kind of get like papaya vibes here a little bit, maybe mango. There's other things in here than berry. It's not just berry. It's very much a like fruit scent rather than a berry scent to my nose. The wax was a beautiful red. It lasted a long time. We got like at least 2 days out of this in the bedroom. And that was going pretty nonstop for those days. It was nice. It was at least medium strength, maybe medium plus. Well, more like just average medium. I would say medium strength. I think if you had enough wax of this, you could do it in an open layout, no problem. Yeah. Overall, I would say average performer. Nice scent if you like fruity. It's very much a fruity scent. And if you're looking for sun-ripened raspberry, this isn't it, but it is a pretty scent. Very springish, kind of has a little bit of like a body care note to me. I could see this being like a body spray or something. It was nice. I did get the consultant kit of this and the warmer. There's a really pretty warmer of the month for January. It's kind of Valentine's Day themed. So I do decorate for like every season. I'm one of those people that decorates for like everything. So I got that because I don't have a Valentine's Day warmer. So I do have like a bunch of bars of this coming. I don't know that I will keep all of them. I'll probably sell some of them or use them in giveaways, but this was nice. I enjoyed it. I'm just not as huge of a fruity scent person as a lot of people are, but I know this is going to be a popular one, I'm pretty sure, because we haven't had a fruity scent that's very like springtime-ish in a while. And this is kind of feels like it's giving me like a taste of springtime vibes. So I would say yes, if you're on the fence, I would try a bar if you like fruity scents. It was a decent one. Okay, and then bathrooms. I did a cube in each bathroom of Pretty and Plaid. I think I did this last week as well. I'm just trying to get through these Pretty and Plaid bars that are very holiday specific. They smell very Christmassy to me, but they're on the perfumey side, and they're not something I want my entire house to smell like, but they are nice. It's like definitely a pine, and I really do get like a perfumey note, and it's kind of, I can't do that right now with my head the way it is. Yeah, that is a potential headache inducer for me, but we enjoyed it in the bathrooms, and that's where I'll continue to use it. It's nice and strong in there for a few days. It lasted, how many days in there? Like, I think this was like 4 days in the bathrooms. Like this is the only scent I did in the one bathroom. So it lasted like almost all week. And then in the guest bathroom, we had company on one of the days. So I put a different cube in there as well. So there's that. That one is on clearance right now if you want to pick up a couple. It is nice. It's very festive. If you're okay with just a bit of perfuminess, and if you like pine. If you don't like pine and you don't like perfumey, I would say pass. But it's a good performer. And I think it would be nice for bedrooms as well if you like the scent. And it's strong enough to do an open layout if you like the scent as well. So there's that. The only other thing I did in bathrooms was 1 cube of Joy and Wonder in the guest bathroom. And that's just because I only had 1 cube left and I didn't know where else to use that. So this kind of smells to me like the notes. I can't remember what the notes are, but to me, this is like a sweet incense. It's very incensey. Like it just smells like incense and sweetness, and it's very nice, very wintry, very cold weather, even late fall. I think you could do this. This is a nice one. This is a club scent for me. This is from the Holiday Trio. Performance-wise, in the bathroom, it was pretty strong in there for like a day and a half. So it was nice to have company over and have this in there. Yeah. Would repurchase. I think you could do this in open. I think I have done this in the open layout before, and it was good. I think this is nice for pretty much any space in your house, as long as you like the fragrance. It doesn't have a specific feel to me for like specific rooms. It's strong enough for wherever you want it, I think, barring like a giant open layout. And yeah, performance is about average. No complaints. Then in my little office in the pink room where I used to film, and that's another side note here. Okay, so right now we're filming beside the Christmas tree, and that's where I've been filming for a little while now. The trouble is I'm running out of daylight. So part of my problem for filming is like when I have time to film, it's usually after my daughter goes to bed. That is in the evening. It is dark like night by then. And at this time of year in the north, we're only getting like 5.5, 6 hours of daylight at a time. Like right now the sun's like on its way down and it's 3 o'clock. So it's gonna be dark in an hour. And then I have no place to film. So sun doesn't come up till like 10 a.m. and it goes down by like 3:34. So I need to either get another ring light or figure something out because I'm running out of daylight. In the summer, it's the opposite. In the summer, it's daylight for like 18 to 20 hours a day. But in the winter, we have the flip side. It's dark all the time. So that is my struggle right now. Welcome to life in the north. In the office in the pink room, I did Earl Grey and Apple from Serendipity Soy. I love their Earl Grey note. They have 2 Earl Grey scents. One is Earl Grey and Lavender, one is Earl Grey and Apple. And this is gorgeous. It's like a crisp apple and like beautiful Earl Grey tea with like the black tea and the bergamot. It's so pretty and it smells very authentic. I love this. This was a decent performer. It's in my Scentsy room, like my home office is where I keep all of my Scentsy stuff. So that room already smells just kind of like Scentsy, like a generic mix of Scentsy. But you could still smell this over it. Not strong, but beautiful. I really like this. I have this in a candle as well, and I really enjoy it. So there's that one. I would say this was stronger than Vanilla Sandalwood, about equal strength to Lavender Vanilla. Again, lighter than most things Scentsy makes. On a Scentsy rating system for strength, I would say this was like light medium. So there's that. Lasted quite a while. I think this is the only thing I did in there that week, or last week, yeah. So I could smell it in there for 2 or 3 days, and then I just didn't bother to change it. I'm not in there very much now because I'm not filming, so in there, so there's that one. All right. Open layout. The most recent thing I did was the Melissa Johnson mix of almond croissant and blueberry cheesecake. I wanted something that was very bakery, but not cranberry and all of that stuff. So I did this mix. It was amazing. We loved it. It was strong. It was cozy. It was excellent. So almond croissant is like croissant with cinnamon sugar. It's delicious and strong on its own. Blueberry cheesecake is a very popular scent. It says you can smell graham cracker crust in it. I don't smell graham cracker crust. I smell blueberry and like the tartness of cheesecake. There's like a creamy tart note and the blueberry. And it's beautiful. Together, these two are like the most delicious blueberry muffin ever. It kind of reminds me of the blueberry muffin candle from Yankee Candle, like back in the day. This is about as close as I'm going to get to that, I think. So I would highly recommend this mix. If you have these two sitting around, try them together, 1-to-1. And if you have one of them, I would suggest getting the other so you can try this mix because it is like the best. So thank you, Melissa, for the idea. I love that mix and we really enjoyed that this week. Strength, I would say, was strong. And it was about average duration, so there was that. Next, we did one of my favorites, Silver Bells. So this one is, what is it? It's like candy canes, caramelized pear or something. The vibe of this is fresh. Sweet, fresh, a tiny bit feminine. It's just pretty. I would say it's a pretty scent. It's fresh and pretty. It's sweet and kind of cozy. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of like amber or musk in here. It's beautiful. And like in the open layout, it wasn't strong. It was like a medium scent, but it lasted quite a long time at that level. So this one I think was 2 days and I wouldn't have expected that long out of it in the open layout. But like when you walked into the house, it was just like, ooh, the house smells so nice. It's so pretty. So it wasn't one of those like, whoa, hits you in the face when you walk in the door scents. It was like, ooh, it's so pretty. So I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones by far that Scentsy makes. So Silver Bells. This will be a club scent for me because I could not live without this one. Then we did Hug in a Mug. I did 6 cubes, 5 cubes. 5 or 6. I think it was 5 in the open layout here just to finish the bar. This one is like hot chocolate. It's kind of creamy, sweet, and like hot chocolatey. It's not like a brick of dark chocolate. It's more like a smooth, sweet milk chocolate, hot chocolate. It's nice. We like that one. I feel like there might be a cookie note in here as well. I don't get cookie so much as I get like just straight up hot chocolate. So we like this one. It kind of smells like when you stick your face in like, you know, the hot chocolate powder. You smell it. It smells so good. It smells like that. It is not an overly long-lasting scent, and when it tapers off, it tapers right off. But it is fairly strong at the time. Like at its peak, it's like at least a medium, maybe a medium plus. It just doesn't stay there for very long is the thing. So not overly long lasting, but it is a reasonable performer strength-wise. Did well in the open layout. I don't know that I would buy this a ton. It is a nice mixer. I think this would be great with like Coffee Tree or any other bakery scent you have. And it's nice because it's a little bit wintry because it smells like hot chocolate, but it doesn't smell like super holiday specific. It's nice for like any colder months, I think. So that's Hug in a Mug. Oh my gosh, this one was good. Okay, so we had the whiff box scent here. So this is Maraschino Sugar Cookie. This is a limited scent, only available in the December whiff box. So I did get the December whiff box and got this. And like, I like sugar cookie. I like sugar cookie. Don't love maraschino cherries to eat, but this scent is, oh my gosh. It kind of smells like, I get like a hint of almond extract. And then mostly cherry. And it's not a medicinal cherry. It's more like a canned cherry in like the syrup that it comes in if you're making like a cherry pie or something. It's that kind of cherry. And this one on warm was so good and so strong. It was one of the strongest scents I've warmed. What's on here? Here we go. Oh, a little bit of dried wax. This is one of the strongest scents I've warmed from Scentsy. It was, I did 6 cubes in the open layout. This took over the entire house. Like I could smell this right down the other side of the house. It was strong through the whole house and so good. It was like juicy cherry deliciousness. Didn't last very long. I would say this was a like 12-hour kind of scent. It was intensely strong and then just was gone after like 12 hours, but amazing. Like I wish we could add this to our clubs because I would. I'm kind of hoping that one of the January Bring Back My Bar scents is going to be similar. We have cherry almond pie coming back, which I've never smelled, but I kind of suspect because I get an almond extract note from here and there's that cherry, I kind of hope this is like cherry almond pie, but that's just a hope. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but it's so good. I wish I could get more of this. I would. If you like to try it all, I would get the Scentsy whiff box. It was a good whiff box this month. I didn't do a review on it this month. I just didn't have time to film one, but there are plenty of other YouTubers that have done them, so you can see what's in there if you want. This is one of the items. It was amazing. Would recommend. And that is all I've warmed this week. So quite a few things, but not as many as usual necessarily. But yeah, let me know what you've been warming in your house as we get closer to the holidays. And do you find you warm more wax or less wax when you're like super busy? Because like on one hand, wax makes me happy, so I want to warm more of it when I'm like really busy and stressed. On the other hand, I don't have a lot of time to like think about it, so it's kind of like I'll leave a scent in the warmer like for half a day or something that doesn't need to be there because it's done, but I just forget about it and leave it. So that's kind of where we're at here. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. What are you guys doing while you're getting closer to the holidays where you are? We are planning our annual drive around town looking at lights tour here soon. That's our plan for the weekend, I think. Yeah, and it's easy to do that up here because it is dark all the time, like I said, so I'm losing daylight fast right now. So I'm gonna sign off and we will talk to you guys next time. Thanks, bye-bye.